Hi, welcome to Madras Academy. In this session, we are going to learn about comparison operator. In last session, we already completed the arithmetical operator and now we will see the comparison operator and we can call as conditional operator also. Okay, and what are the comparison operator? Greater than, less than, greater than equal to, less than equal to, equal to equal to. So these are all the comparison operator, or we can call as a conditional operator. How to use this operator? We'll see that. Okay, and when we need to use this operator, if we need to check the condition, we can use this operator. We have two different ways to check the value. Once we can use the if else or switch case. But in this session, I'm going to teach about if else. Okay, and what is this if else? It is a keyword or we can call as a reserved word. Okay, it's already reserved by PHP program. So, for our own purpose, we are not supposed to use this word. For example, if we are not supposed to use as a variable name, function name, class name. For this purpose and all, we are not supposed to use this. Okay. So, how to write this if else? It is only in lower case, not in uppercase. Okay. Wherever I am going to tell it is a keyword. Now, immediately you have to remember we need to write it only in a lower case, not in a uppercase. Okay. So, and this is a reserved word and we are not supposed to use this word for our own purpose. And how to use this if else to check the condition? We can use if, okay, or else if else, like this way we can use it. The another way, if, else if, like this we can write more than expressions, and as well as at last we can write else also. Okay, in this three different way we can use this if else keyword. Okay, now we'll see the syntax for that. Here, see, if expression. Okay, if the expression is true, that is your condition is true, it will automatically enter into this true block. I'm not written a false block, so it won't print the false block message in this syntax. Okay, so the another syntax is if expression, and here I'm having true block. If this expression, that is if this condition is true, it will enter into this true block, else it will enter into this false block. Okay, so in this purpose, in this code, I'm having a true block and as well as false block, both. Okay, and I'm having one more syntax, if expression 1. If this expression 1 is true, it will enter into this block. Okay, and it will print the true block message. Else, if the expression, second expression is true, it will enter into this block. In the third way, third expression is true, it will enter into this block. This all the blocks are true block. If all the expressions is not satisfied, it will automatically enter into the false block. Okay, so like this way also we can write the if else syntax. Okay, so we will see the practical session how to use this first syntax and as well as second and third one. I will do it in a practical session. Okay, first you have to start the XAMPP server. I already started the server, just I'm clicking the admin button. Now the server is running. Okay, now we'll go to the doc folder. We need to create the files in htdoc folder only. Okay, in XAMPP server. Go to the folder location C:XAMPP folder, and in htdoc I already created the web page folder. In this I'm having already index.php file. I'm going to use the same file for this program also. Just right click the folder, go to the show more option and open with the code. And your Visual Code Editor will open. and in that we are having index.php file. And this code we created in last class for the arithmetical operator. Okay, for the arithmetical operator. And just I am running that file here, localhost web page. So this is for the arithmetical operator we already created, PHP operator, like that I given a title. This and all I already told you. Okay, now what I'm going to do, only I'm going to delete this. Okay, and I'm going to add the comparison operator, that is conditional operator. Okay, using if else. How to write, we will see that. And here I will change the operator name, or else we'll delete it everything. Okay, see, I refreshed. I'm not having any source code here, any output, and just I'm writing doc and here PHP operator. Okay, just save it. Our title is coming here, and go to the body tag and write one div, and inside that div I'm writing h1 tag, and here it is condition operator. Okay, condition operator, and this one I need to display it in the center. So for that I need a style equal to double quotation color colon blue, and text hyphen align colon center. Just I'm creating one heading like this, and after this I'm going to write the condition statement. Okay, so first we will see the equal to operator. Okay, h3. Okay, I'm going to write equal to operator. This one, equal to operator. Okay, equal to okay. So how to use this equal to operator, we'll see that. If both the value is equal, it will print true block message. Okay, so here I'm going to use only if. Okay, only if keyword. Okay, if is a keyword. Okay, only if keyword. Here I'm going to write PHP. Okay, and inside that I'm going to write $symbol of x is equal to 100. Okay, I'm going to check the value. $symbol of x is equal to 100. Okay, condition is true now. We need to write echo x value is okay. So we'll see the output. Okay, x value is 100. I'm not written else keyword here, so it will print the true block message. This is a true block. If the x value is equal, then it will print the true block message. Okay, if the x value is not equal, that is, see, I'm having 10 right now, but I'm going to check the 10 to 100. Both are not equal, right? So in that time, see, when I refresh, I'm not having any output here because I didn't return else keyword. Okay, without else we can use if. Okay, but we are not supposed to use directly else. Okay, we need an expression. If this expression, that is, if this condition is true, it will enter into the true block, else it won't print the false block. Here I'm not return any else condition. Okay, in the same way I'm going to use the if else. In that time how this code will execute, we'll see that. Okay. Same code. Okay. And same operator I'm going to use it, but I'm going to use if else here. Okay. So I'm going to copy this entire code and I'm going to paste it here. Previously I did 10 equal to 100. It is not equal, right? So it won't print any message. But in this code we'll see I'm going to write a else block. This is called as a else block. If the value is not equal, if you have else block, it will automatically enter into the false block. X value is not 100. Okay, so whatever the message you need to write, you can write it anything like this. Okay, so it will enter into the false block, it will print the output. This is your second code. Okay, second code, and this one is a first code. And in this I'm not having else, so it won't print any output there. But in second I'm having the false block, right? So it will enter into the block and it will print the output. Okay, in this way we can write it. And one more code we will use it using if else. Okay, so I'm just using this same heading here also, but this one is a third program. Okay, so we'll write third one. I'll write one more code, PHP. Okay, opening, closing. And here in previous code, I'm having only one variable, right? But here I'm going to write two variables. We can use like this, $symbol A equal to 10, $symbol B equal to 10. Okay, if within expression we need to write a $symbol A is equal to $symbol B. Okay, if the condition is true, it will enter into this block, else it will enter into this block. Okay, so now here I'm going to write echo. If the condition is true, I need to write one paragraph tag. Okay, so in that paragraph tag, both are equal. Like that I need to print it. And I need to print this, if the condition is true, I need to display the color in green color. Okay, like that I will give the format for that in inline CSS. I'm just copying here and I'm writing here. If the value is not equal, it will enter into this block and it will print the text in red color. Okay, so now we'll see the output for this. See, both are equal, so it's printing in green color. And if you need to increase the font size also, you can write it font hyphen size colon 25px. We'll write it. Okay, put on semicolon and just copy this and paste it here. Okay, just refresh it. Okay, both are equal. Okay, if the value is not equal, it will enter into this block. Okay, and if we need to give any calculations also, we can write it. What I'm going to do, if both the value is equal, I need to write C equal to $symbol, okay, A plus B, A $symbol B. Okay, I need to add both value. Okay, and I need to print the output also. Okay, just I'm going to copy this, paste it here, and here sum of two number. Okay, $symbol of C. Like this also we can write it. Okay, and the same way, if the value is not equal, it will enter into this block and I need to print the message in red color. And here I'm going to write a multiplication operator. Okay, so here multiple of two number. Okay, so like this we can write it. Just refresh and see the output. See, both are not equal, right? So multiple of two number is printing here. Okay, but if the value is equal, both are 100 na, in that time you just refresh it. See, both are equal, sum of two number 200, like that it will print. Okay, so like this way we can use the equal to operator. Okay, so one more code we will write it. So in both I'm having two example for if else. Okay, and here I'm going to use if else, but I'm going to plan for the nested if else. Nested if else. Okay, so how to use the nested if else, we'll see that in this. Okay, see, I'm going to write question mark PHP close. Okay, and here I'm going to check the username. Okay, and username is admin. Okay, like that I will give, and password also I'm going to give admin. If the username and the password is admin na, then condition is true. Okay, it will enter into the true block and it will print the message. Okay, so for that we need to write $symbol username is equal to admin. If the admin value, that is your username, is correct, now it will enter into this block, else it will enter into this block. Correct. So here I am checking only one condition, that is username only I am checking here. If the username is correct, it will enter into this block, otherwise it will enter into this block, right? So in that time I am going to write one h3 tag. Okay, h3 tag, and I am going to display the message like username is invalid, like that I'm writing. Okay, so here I'm going to write style equal to, I need to display in a different color, right? So this is the false block, so I'm passing red color. Okay, so if the condition is true, it will enter into this block, right? And after that I'm having one username and the password also here. Password I didn't check. Okay, so if the username is correct, again here I'm going to write a password is equal to admin. If the password is equal to admin, it will enter into this block, else it will enter into this block. Okay, so now I'm going to copy this false message I need here, and if the password is incorrect, password is invalid, like this I need to print the message. If both the username and the password is correct, now I'm going to write the true block message in green color, and here I'm going to write welcome on exclamatory mark $symbol username. Okay, so if both the username and the password is correct, then only it will enter into this block. Otherwise, it will enter into the false block message. For password, I return separately, and for username, I return separately. Like this way, you have to write the program, and don't mug up all the code, like starting from username, password, if username, again if password, we need to check, like that. Don't return like that. How I return here? So first I return the condition statement for username, and I completed the false block message. Okay, and inside that I'm going to write one more condition, and I completed the false block message. And finally you have to write the username true block message, whatever you need. So like this way you have to follow, and don't muck up all the code, like from the starting to ending. If you write the code now, in that time you will be getting lot of confusion, and we are not supposed to mug up all the code like this way. So this is a way to practice in your system. Okay, so and don't write the program continuously like that. Okay, just see the video. Okay, write all the programs in your notebook, and using that notebook, follow that, remember that, and then using that notebook you just copied that program line by line. So how I am writing, in the same way you have to write the program. Okay, then only you can able to follow my classes continuously. Okay, so now we'll see the output for this. See, so equal to if the admin and bin is correct only, so it will print welcome admin, like that. See, if I returned client, so client is not a username here, right? So it will automatically enter into the false block. Username is invalid. Okay, and if I used admin, but I'm going to write a password format. Okay, and case sensitive I already told you. So M capital letter I returned right now. So in that time also it will print the false block message, password is invalid. Okay, if the both the value is equal, then only it will enter into the true block and it will print the true block message. Okay, and this is a nested condition statement. Okay, inside that if I'm having one more if else, like this way also we can write it. Okay, now you remember how to write the if else everything. Okay, and I will give one more code. So I'm going to use if else only. Okay, but not equal to operator. I will tell you what I'm going to write it here. See, condition statement using if else. Using if else. Okay, if else keyword. Okay, so here I'm going to check the leap year. Okay, so we'll write one PHP tag first. So leap year, odd or even, like that you can do the practical session. So here I'm going to write year. So 2025. We need to check whether this year is leap year or not. Okay, so for that I'm going to use year is module, that is remainder value. 4 years once we will get leap year, right? So module by 4, and if the value, if I get the remainder value is 0, then the year is leap year, else not a leap year. Okay, so here you can write an echo in H, in double quotation, H3 tag. You need to write this year is leap year. Okay, close the H3 tag. Okay, put semicolon. So now copy this line and paste it here. Okay, this year not a leap year. Okay, that's it. Just refresh it and see the output for that. So this year not a leap year. Okay, 2025, but 2026 is not a leap year. Okay, 2027 not a leap year. 2028 is a leap year. Okay, and 2024 is a leap year. Okay, 2028 again it's a leap year. Okay, so like this we'll check the condition using if else. Okay, next we will see one more syntax. If expression 1, if the expression 1 is true, it will enter into this true block. Else expression 2 is going to check if this condition is true, it will enter into this. Else 3, if it is true, it will enter into this. If all the expression is getting false, in that time it will, at last it will enter into the else block. So how to write this, we'll see here. For that, I taken one theme here. See, I return welcome to Chennai book in H1 tag, and after that I return one OL tag and LI tag. Inside that I am having some book name. Okay, and using this book number, I am going to display the price of the book, and I need to find what is the price of the book. Okay, so whatever the price I am going to fix for that book, when I choose that number, and it will display the PHP book prices, like that. I need to display some amount for that particular book. So like that I'm taken a theme here. Okay, for the if else and else if this concept is there now. So for that I'm going to take this. Okay, so first see the output. I written some code here, right? See, just I refreshed. So welcome to Chennai book, and I am having a book name including with the number 1, 2, 3 like that. So if I give one PHP book is there. So PHP book price is, if I give 2 means Java book prices, like that it will print the price of the book. Okay, so for that only we need to write the code here right now. Okay, so first we will write PHP tag, and I'm having ID here, right? 1, 2, 3 like that. So for that I'm going to use one book ID as a variable. So if I give 1, okay, it will enter into this block. Okay, book ID is equal to 1. It will enter into this block, and here I'm going to write one dollar symbol price equal to 0. So this is the global declaration. Okay, global declaration. If I declared here like this, see, I can use that variable inside the block like this, and here for the book I'm having a price, right? So what is the price here? And we'll give 1500. Okay, and for that book name also we need, right? So dollar symbol book name, so equal to, that is a string value, so I declared empty. Okay, so if we declare here, that is a global variable, and here I need to write dollar symbol book name equal to, what is the book name we given here? We just copied this one and paste it here. So in same format we have to write it, so that I'm copying here. Okay, so next, else if again I need to check one more book ID. If this book ID is 2, it will enter into this block. Okay, so just copied this and paste it here, and this is a Java book and writing Java, and here it is 2. Okay, so again I'm going to write one more book ID 3, and here it is SQL. Okay, so here I'm using 1000. Okay, so like that I'm having some price. Okay, else it will enter into this block, and it won't print any message here. Okay, so for that we will do that is book ID and the price. Okay, book ID and the price, here we need to write empty. Okay, here we'll give 0. So I need one echo message also here, and for that we'll do one more dollar symbol error equal to double quotation. Okay, in that error variable, dollar symbol error variable, I'm going to write select any, or else enter any book ID 1 to 3. Okay, like that I need to print the error message. Okay, or else book ID is invalid, like that you will write it. Okay, book ID is invalid. Okay, so like this we will have an error message, and see, I didn't return any echo here. Okay, so if this condition is true, it will enter into this block and it will collect the memory, right? Book name and the price, it will collect the memory. Whatever the memories we are having here, that will be assigned to this variable, global variable. Okay, so these are all the global variable, and once this variable is collected memory now, finally the whatever the reason memory we are having, we need to print it here. Okay, so for that echo within double quotation book name colon dollar symbol book name, like that we need to write it. Okay, so here I'm using h1 tag. Okay, in h1 tag I'm going to print the output. Okay, so just put semicolon, and in the same way you have to write it for your book price book, just as a price only I returned. Okay, so book price, and error message we have to write it. So here I'm just calling dollar symbol error. Okay, so here I need to print the book ID also. Okay, including the book ID I need to print it. So just copy this and paste it one more time, and here we need write book ID. Okay, so here it is book ID. Okay, so now I'm getting book ID capital letter, we need to write it here, ID. Okay, so like that way only I returned here. Okay, book ID. Okay, now save it and just see. Before that I will tell you one more thing. Book ID I given 1, so it will enter into this block and it will print the PHP book message. Okay, 1500 I given, right? So that is the output for that. See, okay, so it's printing here. And if I entered 2, that is second book details will print. Okay, if I entered 3, the third book details will print. Okay, if I entered 4 or 0, okay, first I will give 4. See, book ID, and there is no any value for that, book ID is invalid. Okay, if I give 0, in that time also it will print the same message. Okay, so if you give 1 to 2, any one of the book name, book ID, then only it will print the output. Okay, so here I'm changing the value in our code. Okay, in after if you add the HTML code here, using text box how to get the value, or using drop down list how to get the value for this variable, and how to print that output, everything we will see that. But right now we are learning only the coding. Okay, so for that only I'm assigning the default value for all the variables. Okay, so I'm showing the output here. So now you understand how to write the if else, if, else if, and everything. Okay, in next session we will see the logical operator. Logical operator, in that, see, in this syntax I am having if only one expression, right? And here also if only one expressions I am having. Only one expression for one if. But when I used logical operator, in this parenthesis we can write more than an expression. Okay, expression 1, expression 2, like that we can write it. So in that time we can use the logical operator and or not. Okay, that is the next session. Okay, in same if else, in same syntax, how to write the logical operator, we'll see that. Okay, and do the practical, and if you have any doubts you just command us. Thanks for watching.